Have you ever asked the question, did the Easter miracle really happen the way it is written? Then think, does the how really matter? It really is all about faith. Faith is believing what cannot be seen. Faith is believing when science cannot prove. Faith is believing what seems impossible. No one saw the actual rising event. We only have the after story of what was found. We only have the Easter stories of Jesus' appearance to the women, to the apostles, and the disciples. Stories along the road to Emmaus, accounts in locked rooms, and narratives on the seashore. It parallels the Big Bang Theory. No one actually saw the event. We only have stories as science put the evidence together about the last 13.8 billion years of evolution. We believe that creation started by a remarkable, uncontainable energy. Many of us believe the impetus within that energy was God. It was God's love. It was God's wisdom coming into being. Was it the same energy of love that was behind the creation story that came when the tomb was opened or Jesus was laid? That energy of love could not be contained in a rock hewed out for a dead body. That energy had to burst forth because death does not have a hold over love. Love cast off big stones that were used to keep the dead where they belong, entombed forever. Love that lasts forever is vastly different. It cannot be contained, restrained, confined, limited, stymied, curtailed, imprisoned, nor muted. It can only be released, reframed, recreated, liberated, freed, available, announced, and circulated. This Easter event invites us into a journey of resurrection, into this love, into deep faith. Resurrection is more than being a faith event. It is an attitude-altering event as well. It brings life to all that we thought lost and hopeless. It blesses us with new visions and new possibilities. It breathes life into places where despair, emptiness, and void once existed. Resurrection involves risk. Resurrection means handing power and control over to God, trusting God in the process. Resurrection means stretching our hearts. In resurrection, we let go of a spirituality of scarcity and take on God's spirituality of abundance. With resurrection, we see God's gracious, magnanimous love for each of us. Easter Sunday confronts us with some challenging questions and invitations. Will we let God grow in us a big, huge, enthusiastic, plentiful heart? Will we accept the invitation to bring our despair and lifelessness, wants and burdens, attachments and confusions, or whatever, to the place of resurrection? Will we risk allowing them to be transformed as God sees it? With the women, Mary Magdalene, Johanna, Mary the mother of James, we too are invited to be the first witness to those people that God has placed in our lives today, in order that they receive the gift of Jesus' uncontainable love. May we embrace with deep faith the resurrection in our lives and release, reframe, recreate, liberate, announce, and circulate this uncontainable love with utter joy and complete freedom. I wish you a happy Easter on this day. Christ is risen. It is our legacy.